Updates on Winter Garden's Stoneybrook Golf Course and Windermere's Bird Island. 2 events this weekend we should all be supporting. Major controversy over at Disney World continues. And the commissioner for West Orange County, an update. The date is April 7th, 2022. We're going to go through these stories and more. Welcome to West Orange on the Go. My name is Austin Arthur, and this is where we do local news and comment. And when I say local news, I mean hyper-local. West Orange. This is your news. We begin in 10 seconds.
You're listening to West Orange on the Go. Brought to you by the West Orange Times and Observer. Hosted by Austin Arthur. West Orange on the Go.
The City of Winter Garden approved measures to govern Stoneybrook West Golf Club's future. The ongoing discussion dates back to 2018 when the Stoneybrook West Golf and Country Club was first shuttered. In March of 2021, homeowners were thrilled when the City of Winter Garden purchased the course for $2 million to transfer it to the community. Stoneybrook West homeowners are repaying that loan via a special assessment over the span of 20 years, including each house paying $1 a day for maintenance and upkeep. Moreover, this new resolution ensures the property would be preserved as open space, as a golf course, or for other public recreational uses. And in other West Orange news, after the Orange County Commission's much-anticipated discussion regarding ongoing concerns with Bird Island fizzled without any decision whatsoever, the Windermere Town Council, at its April 12th meeting, directed Town Manager Robert Smith to draft a letter to the County Commission urging it to readdress the issue. The waters are under the control of the state, although Orange County was granted authority to enforce the law and patrol the area. However, for years, loud alcohol-infused parties, illegal jet skis, and littering have turned the island into the center of discussion in the town of Windermere. Now, the town has no jurisdiction over the water or Bird Island. At one point, the town researched annexing the island, but that did not go through. And at the end of the county's latest workshop, they took no action regarding this issue. And the Windermere town manager addressed the issue stating, quote, "It just died. It's pretty much in limbo at this point. We have no idea when it's coming back for discussion. We just want them to address it," end quote. Also at the town meeting, members unanimously approved one of the first steps in the construction of the Healthy West Orange Pavilion. The pavilion, a collaboration among the town of Windermere, Healthy West Orange, and the Rotary Club of Windermere, will provide a central location for health and wellness programs to be offered to the residents of West Orange County. Okay, I always tell you the good stuff that's going on. Now this one, I got 2 things for you this weekend here in West Orange County. The first one is on Saturday. It's going to be the Lift Cornhole Tournament. All right. Now that's on Saturday. 9 a.m. is registration. 10 a.m. the bags, well, they're going to begin to fly. We're talking about cornhole here. It's going to be held at Foundation Academy, the Tilden campus, okay, right on Tilden Road. The thing about this event is it's a really good cause. A lot of us know the wonderful Matthew's Hope in our community, helping the homeless among us. Well, next to Matthew's Hope, right next to their building, is another great organization. They're supporting families with disabilities. You know, this really helps out these families that are impacted with disability in their household or in their family generally. So this organization is really doing a great job. My buddy Jim, he started the organization. Him and his wife are terrific people, and they really focus on the spiritual aspect, and just bringing positivity to the lives of these families, who are living with disability. They discover a new vision for the future with this organization. And I've heard it just really helps people out. So I want us all to support it. We do such a good job at supporting great other organizations in our community. That's one of the big things about West Orange. We're all about helping other people. It's just incredible the way that this community is. So I think we need to really step it up with Lyft. Come out to the cornhole tournament. If you got $100 and you have a company, you can do a sponsorship. It's not too late. They have the $100 sponsorship. They'll give you a shout out on social media. The point is you're supporting the cause. You can come, and I think it's pretty well priced to come and play the cornhole tournament. And again, that goes to the cause. So let's try to make it out if you can. I'll be there. I cannot guarantee that I'll play cornhole, but I'm a sport. I may do it. I'm just not too good, so we'll see. But I will be there to support Gymnastics USA, the gymnastics center that my brother and I founded here in Winter Garden. We're a big sponsor. We love this thing. Now this, less than a day after Governor Ron DeSantis officially announced lawmakers would be considering terminating special districts enacted in Florida prior to 1968, the Florida State Senate passed what is called SB 4C, which does just that. And this bill eliminates the Reedy Creek Improvement District, which gives Walt Disney World the ability to self-govern. Now, this is creating a lot of controversy. A lot of concerns about what's going to happen with our area. And, some tax implications are being stated by one side of the argument. The other side of the argument says, it's just not right to have these special privileges, that it just doesn't make sense, that we shouldn't have it. And, of course, Disney has been the subject of controversy due to some recent legislation regarding our school systems. So it's just really, no matter where you stand on the issue, it's just kind of a big mess. On either side of the aisle, if you will, we know that it's a big mess. And we also know that this is going to affect West Orange County greatly. Now, how that's going to manifest itself, I think, is to be seen. There might be some positives, there might be some negatives, there might be a whole lot of either. But this is a big deal for our community. So let's stay on top of what is a state issue, which is a county issue, but which is really going to become a hyper-local issue. So we will stay on top of this one. And the Florida House is supposed to vote on this today. So I'm sure by the end of the day, we'll know the result here and all the pundits will start yapping about it. Okay, now before we get into the final page, before we get into my final page, my final segment, let me tell you about the second event I want you to support this weekend. Now, I say support because, maybe you're not going to be active that day. Maybe you can't make it, but at least you could take the opportunity, if you're able, to support them maybe financially, going on the websites and putting in a donation, this kind of thing, because both of these things are great causes. So we talked about Lift Disability this Saturday at Foundation Academy in the morning there. But on Sunday, we got something else, all right? Another great organization. It's the 5th annual FOLA 40. FOLA stands for Friends of Lake Apopka. Now, this is the organization that has really stepped it up over the past several decades to revitalize, to save Lake Apopka. Just terrific people, a terrific organization that has done so much for our wonderful lake, the battery of our area for, a long time, hundreds of years. So what this is, it's a 40-mile ride. It starts at the downtown pavilion in Winter Garden. But there is an option for you if you want to start at Magnolia Park and do a much, shorter one, like an 8-mile, four up and 4 down, back to Magnolia Park. You could do that. Most importantly, you do this bicycle trail, whether you do the short 8-mile or the full 40, and it's a beautiful experience. You get a cool T-shirt, you get a drink ticket for a Crooked Can after, a great celebration afterward, and the best thing is that all the proceeds, of course, go to Friends of Lake Apopka. That's a 501c3. It's dedicated to continuing the restoration of Florida's 4th largest lake, our lake. All right, so, I really encourage you to check this one out. All right, so by now you maybe have Googled it, maybe you've seen it on Facebook, Fulla 40, but you can click the links below. We have both the Fulla 40 for Friends of Lake Apopka and the Lift Disability on Saturday. Please consider supporting both of these great organizations that are just tremendous for our community. We're grateful that they're there. Now, before I go into my final story, which is coming right up next, I'm going to tell you a bonus sports highlight. Now, that's that Foundation Academy celebrated the signing of 5 athletes to compete at the collegiate level. Now, that's a great accomplishment right here in our community, one of our great private schools. They are a sponsor of this program, and we're grateful for that. I'm grateful for the school. My daughter goes there. I've told you many times about some of my experiences. Truly blessed. They serve pre-K through 12th grade, 3 beautiful campuses. One of them is the Tilden campus. We'll be there on Saturday for the cornhole tournament. And, it's one great school with the 3 campuses. It's all Christ-centered. The best thing is their slogan, Foundation Academy, where character matters. All right, now we're going to go into the final page here. So if you're a listener of this program, first of all, thank you. I appreciate you listening. I'm grateful to be here representing the West Orange Times and Observer, our paper of record here in West Orange. But, this is not hard news. This is not, our standard news. It's not that I just read the news. This is news and comment. And, of course, as I remind you sometimes, I offer my subjective thoughts and ideas that do not represent the paper. They represent me. My name's Austin Arthur. Okay, so I told you a couple episodes ago about I got real sick, like terribly sick. And I missed a call from Commissioner Wilson. Now, Commissioner Wilson is our commissioner. I say our. We are West Orange County, and her district is, it's West Orange County. She's the commissioner for West Orange County. That's District 1. So she's our commissioner. A very important role. And she called me, when I was sick the other day. She called me, and, she seemed, not too thrilled. It wasn't it wasn't like she's calling me to tell me how great I am or anything like that. Not that she should, but I just mean to say that, she said she wanted to correct me or correct the paper. I wasn't too sure which one. It was the verbiage there on the message was kind of vague, but she wanted to correct something for the people, and I respect that. And every time I meet with her, I've met with her from, some different organizations that I'm involved with here in the community. She's always very nice. You talk to her, she's perfectly friendly. But I called her back because, this isn't the first time she's had an issue with the West Orange Times and Observer. Several episodes back, I talked about how she went onto our Facebook page and just kind of blasted the piece and, said that it was infactual information, misinformation. I don't know, something like that. So I just wanted to call her back. I called her back. I left a voicemail. I sent her a direct message. I haven't heard back yet. I know how busy she is. But, if she's going to tell us that we got things wrong for the people, that's a serious thing, and we want to make sure we get things right. We've been here for 116 years. So So I took it seriously, and I just haven't heard back yet. And she's on her social media here. I just thought it was really interesting. She's kind of in a tiff, in a argument. She's taken on the mayor of Orange County and the commission board. She's in Tallahassee, I guess, tonight or something, and she writes, "Hey, Orange County Mayor and Commission Board, who do you work for? I was elected with barely 2 pennies to rub together in a grassroots campaign and still won because the people are my boss, and I will continue to defend the 86% of them who voted to save Split Oak Forest." And it goes on, "I will listen to the voters and residents. Not sure how you could look without shame at yourself in the mirror otherwise." End quote. So I don't really know what's going on here. The Split Oak issue seems like a very important issue. It's, maybe it's an issue we really need to pay attention to, but I will tell you, I don't know too much about it because it's not in West Orange County. And, I care about a myriad of issues, but me personally, I focus my time on West Orange County because the fact of the matter is time and resources, well, they are finite. We can't pretend otherwise. So people know I'm a West Orange man. So I just say that because that's why I don't know too much about the Split Oak Forest issue. That's in District 4. Commissioner Wilson is in our district, District 1. So, I'd love to learn a little more. I'd love to hear back from Nicole Wilson, and just see what's going on. And I will be an advocate for you, West Orange, as will the West Orange Times and Observer. Been doing it for 116 years. This has been Austin Arthur with the West Orange Times and Observer. And until next week, have a happy and blessed weekend.
West Orange on the Go is brought to you by the West Orange Times and Observer. Hosted by Austin Arthur. West Orange on the Go.